To continue with our discussion strategy, as a recap about Napoleon Bonaparte, what Napoleon Bonaparte was a military leader or a general of the French army. Okay, so he was a strategist. That's why he invaded different countries during that time in the 15th century. Napoleon was used his knowledge in strategic locations like landscape of one country, how to invade the country, study the landscape, the enemy, the technology, the situations from the past that he could understand and respond quickly ever changing circumstances. Okay, if you are a leader, you have to use strategy. Okay, plan ahead of time to overcome the enemy. So that is refers to a strategic planning. Okay, next, pharmacies and healthcare organizations, like many business, are involved or should be involved many types of planning for different purposes within the organization. That is why a pharmacy, drugstore, if you are the owner, so you have to plan ahead of time. What are the different plans of your pharmacies to sustain the business? Okay, to to be more productive. No, the employees should be more productive. So there are a lot of planning. You have to plan, assess. Planning is based on examining or assessment of the employees or assessment of the entire organizations. Okay, in order to come up with a uh, uh, plan which will sustain and uh, give more profit in the business. Okay, so because of this, of the importance of effective planning, many organizations invest significant time and resources of this effort. So you have investment in order that organization will be successful. So a significant time will be invested. So you have to take time. You have to sit with your employees, sit with your managers in order to have an effective planning. Okay, for the success of the business, of course. Okay, so planning, types of planning, we have business planning, financial, operational, organizational, resource, strategic planning. Okay, so first we have strategic planning. The purpose of this one is to ensure that the organization is doing the right things for long term. So when you say long term planning, it is good for 1 year or good for the next 4 years or 5 years or 10 years. So that is the plan of the organization. Like Colegio San Agustin, I think every year there is a strategic planning meeting. Okay, so strategic planning of the Colegio San Agustin, it involves the different organizations, it involves the different heads. Okay, different departments, even the students are invited in strategic planning. So we have to assess. So they have to gather more informations, gather more complaint. Yes, that is part of planning in order to solve what is the problem. Okay. Next, operational, to ensure the organization is prepared, perform immediate tasks, and effective to meet the goals and strategy of the organization. Operational is based on the tasks, responsibilities of the people inside the organizations. And of course, operational is based also on the objective. Kung ano yung objective mo, okay, doon nakasalalay rin yung mga tasks and even responsibilities of the people. Okay? Or responsibilities of the organization, I mean. Business determine the feasibility of the specific business and program. So, that's why in the business planning, there is feasibility studies. Okay? When say feasibility studies involves the physical, the environment, the location of the business, etc., the people around, the market. Okay? That is business planning. So, anong klaseng business? Kung drugstore siya, you have to do the feasibility studies. Tingnan mo yung area. Okay? Yung area ba accessible sa mga tao? Okay? Yung area mo ba ng negosyong butika, ano ba, accessible sa tao? Malapit sa hospital? Malapit sa mga markets? That is part of business planning. Okay? Resource planning, to ensure the resources necessary to achieve the goals and strategy of the organization. So, anong mga resources mo? Okay? sa butika may resources yan. Anong resources mo? Example, yung mga suppliers ng gamot mo. Okay? Yung mga distributors. Okay? Yung mga wholesalers. Okay? If you do computer, so manghanap ka ng mga resources ng computer mo. Okay? That is part of resources planning. Organizational, to ensure that the organization is organized appropriately to meet the challenges of the future. That's why, example, Philippine Pharmacist Organization, Philippine Pharmacist Association. So that is one organization. There is organizational planning happens 1 year. Doon yun mga members of the board of pharmacy, mga members of the board of the PPHA o Philippine Pharmacist Associations, okay, yung mga presidents, okay, they have to do the organizational planning. Dito naman sa local, yung Negros Occidental Pharmacy Association, we have also our plan. Okay, so we do have our monthly meeting and even yearly meeting. Okay, contingency planning to provide full-back options of direction should be original strategy of the organization fail or something unexpected. So if there is strategy contingency plan, so if there is a failure today, normally, 'di ba, yung school natin, we follow the the standard planning or the strategic plan that was being tackled last year. But because of the COVID, so there's a strategic plan. So that's why most of the schools today go online. That is another contingency plan to continue the uh, school year, to continue to provide education to the students. Okay?